Hey, I'm Dr. Larabee. I'm the chiropractor here at Pathways Chiropractic. And today I'm going to talk to you about how chiropractic works. But first off, let me ask you a question. If you're out playing a game of basketball and you have to run down the court, how does your heart know to increase the rate to pump blood throughout your whole body? How do your lungs know how to increase their breathing rate and your volume so you can bring in more oxygen so that you'll have more energy for all your muscles to work? How does your body know that if you get a cut on your finger to send the right chemicals to start the clot and start the healing process? Well, it's the same power that tells your body when it's just 2 cells big how to grow and grow and grow until you're a fully formed human adult. Remember, my fingers wouldn't fit your body. They're all custom made. All of our parts are custom made to fit us perfectly. Chiropractors call this innate intelligence. It's the organizing structure of your body that controls how everything is formed and how it works and functions. Now this innate intelligence is housed in your brain and is sent down through your spinal cord. Let me show you. So this is your vertebral column. Your brain sits right up top and it controls everything in your whole body. And beneath that are 24 vertebrae stacked on top of each other just like this. You see those? They protect your spinal cord and they allow for movement. Now this system is so important that you can't go 1 second without that brain to body communication. Remember, you can go 30 or 40 days without food until you start to get a problem. You can go 3 or 4 days without water before anything starts to develop. And you can even go a few minutes without air and still be able to survive that. But we can't go 1 second without this communication from your brain to your body. So we know it's important, and that's why it's the only system in your whole body that's completely surrounded by bone. So it's best to take care of it. Now let's take a look at these vertebrae. So if we lose power going from our brain to our body, well then we lose function completely. Well, what happens if we just pinch one of those nerves? Or a little bit of inflammation develops and starts to irritate the nerve. Well, maybe you've been asleep before and you woke up and had a little bit of numbness in your fingertips, and that is what happens when you have damage happening to a sensory nerve. And what you do, well, the only thing really to fix it is go see a chiropractor, someone who's trained to evaluate your spine and take pressure off the nerves, and they'll make the simple adjustment to correct the problem. And that's what happens to a sensory nerve. Well, what happens if the damage is happening to an autonomic nerve or a motor nerve? One that doesn't have sensory function. Remember, only 10% of these nerves can feel anything, only 10% have sensory function. So what happens if you're damaging one in your mid-thoracic spine, one back here? Well, these nerves don't have sensory function, but they do go to your heart and they tell your heart when to beat. So the heart might not be getting the message to beat like it's supposed to. If you're lucky, you might get some mid-back pain back here from these bones that are inflamed, swollen, and being damaged, but you might not. And then you go and see a chiropractor, and the chiropractor makes the adjustment to correct that. Now your mid-back pain goes away, but more importantly, the nerve going to your heart begins to heal and everything works the way that it's supposed to. Again, if one of these nerves down here is damaged and it's going to your digestive system, well, you might not be irritating any sensory nerve, but the digestive system won't be working the way that it's supposed to. So again, what do? Well, if you want to fix the problem, we get this adjusted, take the pressure off the nerve, and it starts to heal and work the way that it was supposed to. You might have low back pain with that, you might not. Either way, we want to take the pressure off that nerve. Now, I have another question for you, and that is, how do you know if you have one of these misalignments that's pinching a nerve in your spine? That's a great question, and I personally don't know when I have one. So what I do is I go to my chiropractic friend down the street. Every week, he checks my spine and makes any adjustments necessary. Now, another question you might have is, once you're going to a chiropractor, or once you've been and everything is fixed up, how long should you keep going to the chiropractor? And again, that's just like eating healthy or exercising. Maybe you've even heard that once you go to a chiropractor, you always have to go. Well, the truth to that statement is you're gonna do it as long as you want to get the benefits from it, just like eating healthy and exercising. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm glad I got to show you how it all works. And I look forward to helping you feel and function so much better. Thanks. We'll see you soon.